Hello everyone, welcome back to TELA'S Economics. What I want to talk about today is what I call the Kenyan Squid Game. 20 billionaires versus 1 million poor people. So in today's world, ukiangalia around, you'll find that we're actually in a capitalist system where you have to compete kupata what you want in life. And that is usually a good thing, especially kwa the free market where competition inasaidia na quality of goods, quality of services. But now nataka kuwapatia an example. Sijui kama umeona ama uliona a guy called Jackie Chan. So ulikuwa unapata Jackie Chan anaingia kwa certain room, ako peke yake na wasee wanakuja one by one akiwamaliza, one by one akiwamaliza. And this is the picture with wewe ukidecide like mimi nikiangalia hivi naona I will get it into the 1%. Mimi individually nitatry hadi nifike the 1%. Now what do I mean? Like the media and those people that benefit from wealth inequality who actually own the media houses, wana own assets mingi kwa hii country, they have made a picture, wame create narrative, a political narrative where wewe una compete against mse fulani other than nyinyi mkishikana, like mkicollaborate in knowing the solution kwa economy na kujua how can we make sure that the living standards za watu wetu zinakuwa fiti. Wame create narrative fulani yenye sasa wewe utafikiria mimi as a Kenyan, mimi as Billy, I am actually going to make it into the top 1%. Now the other side of the coin, wealth inequality bado inaendelea kupanda, so chances zako zinaendelea kukua less. Let us just be objective and not lie about it. Kama sahi maybe umezaliwa in a poor family na hauna wealth, chances zako za actually getting it to the 1% ama wanaitwanga the 1% is getting less and less because of ikitumia ongelelea, which is wealth inequality. Hii narrative na ongelelea is it is happening in a case where niliwaambia about social classes, about the middle class, working class, rich na government. So it happen mostly in the working class, and let me just call it working class ama the poor, where narratives in around politically ni zile za putting you against each other. So unapata a certain group of poor people wanalipwa ama wanapewa do ama unaona wanapewa incentive fulani ya kufight battle ya the rich enye person X, person Y. So watu wanafight hizi battles ni wenye wako huku chini, the poor. Hao ndo wanakuwa incentivized against each other, wapigane like, na interest zenye zinakuwa protected hapa ni ya the rich wenye wako huku juu. The power that this social class called the working class ama the poor usually have, juu of course sasa wealth ishachukuliwa na the rest of the classes, unaona, what they usually have is unity, unaona. If they work together then vitu zi will happen vizuri. But now the rich, the super rich have noticed this, and this is the narrative that is going around. So it's just politics, but ukiangalia like no one is talking about economic policies. Tutafanya aje so that living standards za huyu mse itoke from here to here. Social mobility, hakuna mse anaongelelea something like that. It is just politics. If you're smart enough, uta notice that in a democracy, politics is usually involved in making economic policies, but kukikuwa na politics pollution in economic policies, then it becomes even harder. Ndo kwa maana kuna things like kleptocracy, oligarchy, all that, unaona. Mbona naita Squid Game? Naita Squid Game because what the narrative that is going around ni wewe as a part of the poor people uko na chance ya kufika the 1% ama the top 5%. In the meantime, wealth inequality bado inaendelea. Wealth inakuwa sucked out of the government na the working class na the middle class, na bado unadanganywa that wewe you can compete against the super rich. You understand? So wewe ni umse mwenye alikuwa anapigana na Jackie Chan. So unatumwa pale, unafight na Jackie Chan anakuondoa things like that. So Jackie Chan in this particular case ni the super rich na wewe sasa ukuje. But if you come together as a community, mkikuja pamoja na pia uelewe like enyewe this thing called wealth inequality itani affect, ni kitu yenye inafaa ikuwe fought like na kila msee. Unaona, unasikianga mkate price ya kitu ikipanda kwa economy sina kwa affect, unalipa VAT. It doesn't matter whether you are doing it alone, unaona, ama you're doing it to the people, but remember the power that you have is coming like together, having unity, fighting this as a community. Ebu uliza paro yako, ebu just take an objective stand na angalie kwa economy nini inaendelea. Angalia wewe mse unapitanga kwa rodi, life yake iko aje. Angalia wase fulani ukienda in this, unaona, this office buildings, life yao iko aje. Sasa angalia ukienda maybe upate chance ya kuingia Hilton, life yao iko aje, so that you understand economy vizuri. Don't just take everything that comes from the news as what is happening around. You have to take a stand and actually angalia around. Ask the people you meet, take an objective look and look at what is happening to the society. Look at how assets are being distributed in the economy, and itafanya hata uelewe your financial position at these times. I'm still fighting to make this like something that is common sense to the common mwananchi, which is wealth inequality inaendelea kuwa worse and worse and worse, and the only power that we have is working together and coming up with better policies. And the policies that I'm fighting for is taxing wealth, not work. Wealth tax, inheritance tax and all that, and not work, income tax and all that. So support this account, share it with your mom, share it with your friends. Adios, bye bye.